Hey everyone, today we have a very special guest in our author success stories, and that's none other than my friend and author Ishwarya Lakshmi. Ishwarya Lakshmi is the author of the book Date with Fate, and she's also a power success coach for Purposeful Living and an empowerment coach for super moms. It's so good to have you, Ishwarya, in today's interview. So, how are you feeling after becoming an author?
Yeah, it feels great, Jyotsna, definitely, because it is a new credit that adds on to our name. And I have never thought about it a year before, and it just happened all of a sudden. So I'm so
Right.
happy and I'm so thankful to you for bringing me here in this journey.
Thanks a lot, Aishwarya. It was such a pleasure to see your journey in the last 1 year. So you just mentioned that 1 year back you didn't think about this, but when was that first seed that got planted in your head, which told you that you should become an author?
Maybe just a year back, exactly. Right?
Okay.
No, not even a year back. It's like 1.5 years back. Right? When I completed my life coaching, it suddenly struck me. Okay, I should write a book and all of it, but I
Hmm.
didn't give a strong thought about it. After that, I had spoken to you also once, right? Right? Yes, I wanted to. Maybe it
Right.
was like in last August 2019. Okay.
Right.
After that, I didn't give much thought about it, but then this year, after I quit my TCS at my TCS job, it did struck me when I attended your webinar, your first webinar, right?
Hmm.
Some seed, I really don't know. I had zero idea like what I have to write and how I have to go with it. Okay, but then and something inside me told, yes, you have to write the book. Jyotsna will help me probably. Okay, so in that webinar, I felt like to sign in immediately. I just heard my inner voice and I just went with it. That's it.
Yeah, wonderful. Actually, I think you were just ready to take in that information because I do webinars all the time, but not everybody takes action. But I think that seed was planted when you probably did your coaching program on how do you become a coach, right? So you had that intention of coaching others, and probably you saw a lot of coaches also as authors, and you also kind of wanted to be there. I think that's really inspiring because you really were not sure what to write and all that, but you were just were clear that yes, I want to become an author, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So how was it after that? You joined Author Success Academy. You were very clear that I wanted to write a book. So did you have this topic about helping moms? Was that in the back of your mind?
Yes, 100%. Not exactly mothers, but I wanted to help people because by then, and I had been coaching a few clients. Okay, I had completed the coaching sessions for them, so I got to understand where are the blocks, how are people thinking, and what is that is not helping them throughout their life and all of it. So I just wanted to tell my story. But the crunch of the story should be like ask for help, seek help. Most of them are not ready to seek help because they are very afraid to be judgmental, and what other people will think about them and their family, their background, and all of it. So the crunch of my story that I wanted to convey was just to seek help. Just with this one word right inside my head, I just signed in for your course without having any other idea, simply any other idea. But because of that instant action, it helped me to come out of various other topics, right? And the book is formed automatically. So the initial stage, initial one step, that is more important, is what I felt.
Right,
So
right.
most of us think too much while taking that initial step, but I didn't think anything. And
Hmm.
just instantly I did, but then rest of the things just fell down in
Fell
place.
in place.
That's all.
Yeah. See, it's like you should be clear about what your goal is, and somehow you'll figure out the path, right? So I think your goal was very clear that you wanted to become an author. So you did not really think or worry about, oh, I don't have a topic yet. Oh, I have not been an expert coach yet. Because a lot of people have that mind block. And that's what I've seen, that people may be fantastic at coaching they would have been doing that for 10 years, 20 years. They will have great case studies and proof that their system is working, yet they don't write a book. Why do you think that is what do you think is stopping people from doing that? Because only now you are launching your coaching program along with the book, right? But yet you went ahead and confidently launched your book, and that really amazes me, Aishwarya, because I see so many coaches out there who are so good and their message needs to be there out in the world in the form of a book, yet they don't take that action. So what do you think stops them?
I think they connectivity within their own inner self, because as I have mentioned in my book also, there are two voices, right? One is like angelic inner voice that I usually say. One is the overprotective inner voice. Okay, so when you are intuitively connected within yourself, when that voice talks to you and asks you to go ahead, just don't worry about it, how the things will fall. I'll just believe that voice, take the step, and rest will fall in place. Is what I believed. Right?
Hmm.
So I think you have to be very strong within yourself. At the goal, as we spoke, no, the goal we have
Right.
to be very clear, and we need not really worry how the things will take place. That's not
Hmm.
in our hands exactly. Universe will take care of it, is what I believe.
Right. I like that how you divided inner voice into angelic inner voice and overprotective inner voice, right? I've heard about the inner voice concept a lot of times, and we should, be aware of that. But you really classified that well. And I think sometimes our overprotective inner voice actually stops us from achieving greater things because it wants us to be in our comfort zone,
Correct.
right? But I think
Yeah,
once in a
yeah.
while, we should just listen to that angelic inner voice and take that daring action.
Yes, most of the times you have to listen to that angelic inner voice truths. Now only then
Hmm.
we will not be stuck in life. Somehow we will be able to take the next action. If at all we are hearing too much of the overprotective voice, definitely we will be stuck in life, because it creates a lot of fear, anxiety, and stress as well. Along and it just masks our potentials. So
Right.
definitely we have to hear our angelic inner. For that we have to have a very
Hmm.
strong inner connectivity within us.
Right. Well said, Aishwarya. So, at what point of time in your life you felt that you were missing that inner connectivity, and when did you get that back? Because that's what you're helping people also in your coaching, right? So, how does one actually get that inner connection?
So when I became a mother, for the first 30 days, it was like a very big roller coaster ride for me. So that is when I understood the importance of the inner voice. That is when, more than the inner voice, I understood the importance of the inner connectivity.
Hmm.
Because I lost myself. I was behind something else. A lot of things were going on around me, within me. So after crying for almost 30 days, not knowing what else can I do, I was blaming fate and nothing else. Okay, I was blaming fate, myself, and everybody around me. So after that, when I realized this is not really helping me, I was thinking, what next can I do? That
Hmm.
instant thought, what next can I do? That thought really helped me to come out of my comfort zone and think it differently. That's what I said. So many of us, what we do, we fight with the truth, right? We don't accept things. That is the same thing that even I did. So when I was ready to accept things and see differently, the rest of things fell down in place. That's all.
Right. So I think that low point in your life, you use that like as a springboard, uh, to go to travel inwards, and then you started to seek help. So you just mentioned that when you wanted to write a book, the only one line message that you had in your mind was you want to tell people that if they seek help, they will get it and they can overcome any challenge. And a lot of times people feel that their struggle is only unique to them, and they are the one who's going through that miserable phase, and they refuse to ask for help. So you had that one line, right? How did you convert that one line into a book, Aishwarya? Like, how did you decide that, okay, this is going to be my book's topic, and then the next steps? How was that journey for you?
Okay, see, with God's grace, fortunately, whenever I have some thought as a seed inside me, it will be like going on and on and on. So when I was just walking in the street with my baby, suddenly a thought came to me, and maybe I can give a title saying "Date with Fate" for my book. That
Hmm.
is because I was always dating with the fate. Right, for the for almost 10 years, okay, by now. So whenever things were very very challenging for me, and for at one point of time I started to accept it, and then I was thinking differently. Only then I was able to come out of it. So I
Hmm.
thought, why not, can I have this title? So once the title is formed, no, that is the magic that happened. Suddenly one night at 11 o'clock, as I was in bed, no, I just got up and I started to write. Okay, if I have this title as Date with Fate, what else can I have in that, so that my message is well conveyed to people and it is also very much readable.
Hmm.
So that's how I gave that acronym for DATE and FATE, and it just formed within 10 minutes of time.
Wow.
So once that is also done, and I just gave 1 month break because I had to do other personal activities, and after that things went ahead. I was able to complete the manuscript also within 30 days, as you have mentioned in ASA. So
Right.
it was little hectic, but then the flow of words and everything was already right there. So it was just my experiences, right? Whatever that I
Mm.
have wrote. So it just came out easily for me. So
Right.
writing and all was easy for me.
Right. I'm glad that you brought this up because a lot of time people get stuck because they feel that they should know everything before becoming an author. But you predominantly shared your own experience. And I think that is more than enough to help somebody else who is actually right now going through that struggle that you were going through in the past, right? Think that is, I think, something that all authors or aspiring authors should definitely remember. So, I remember we had a conversation a few months back. At that time, your book topic was more general. It was for everyone. From that everyone, how did you narrow down to wanting to help people who want to be super moms?
I have to definitely thank you for that, Jyotsna, because yes, even I had a lot of confusions. Okay, though the basic things are all ready, I was not able to focus on one particular niche or something like that. And because I was coaching in everybody by then, so I was not exactly having any idea to whom I have to coach in particular. So when I had a call with you, it is you that helped me and to narrow down the topic to mothers. And even in mothers, we were discussing in a few other things, and it further created a lot of clarity for my book. Like not experienced mother, we can go with first time mothers, and in first time mothers, we can target at like mothers who are really whose need is really to have a powerful family life and a successful, passionate, or professional life.
Right.
So I think a coach is extremely important at various time period. I'm really glad that I asked help to you, and you also agreed to help me during those times, and it just happened. So I'm extremely thankful to you for that.
Thank you for your kind words, Aishwarya. But I think more than me, I tell everybody the same thing, right? You need to really be specific about your target reader. But people find it so difficult to, say that my book is not for all these people, but my book is only for these people. That's actually a very difficult call to take. But in your case, you actually went micro niche. As you rightly mentioned, it's not only any mom, but a mom who's newly had a baby and who wants to overcome all the hurdles and have a fantastic family life and a fantastic professional life as well. So that's really a small niche, right? So I'm glad that you went with that because that's what makes your book right now really stand out. So how was that? You said you finished writing in 30 days. Now that sounds like a dream for many people and it sounds like impossible for a lot of people. So what were certain things that you did because you have a small boy and you recently moved to a new country and so it's not that you have all the support around you, but still you made it happen. So what were the things you did?
I think my commitment level was really high, Jyotsna, because I somehow wanted to complete this. At maybe after 11 o'clock in the night, I will start writing till 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. I'll be writing, and but more than sleep, I felt this is more important for me at that point of time. Okay, see, I think it's a personal call. Because whole day I'll be very busy with my baby, cooking, cleaning, and taking care of the other things, right? As you said, it's a very small family and I stay out of India. So everything we need to take care of here, we will not be able to get any support from people. So I cannot leave my baby as such because he's very small. He cannot take care of himself, play by himself and all of it, right? But then also, and I felt I have to complete this within 30 days because in ASA, and Jyotsna has told that within 30 days it is highly possible. So why not? Let me just try. I just started with let me just try attitude, but then something inside me pushed me to say, yes, you have the flow of words. Why don't you keep writing? And when the words are actually flowing,
Right.
if at all I gave a full stop there, might be after 3 4 days, the same emotions might not flow.
Hmm.
So I just wanted to capture whatever is within me, within my emotions, as and when there is a flow. So I think we have to again hear our inner voice with it.
Yeah, I totally agree because a book is a project that needs deep focus. It's not that, while you're cooking you can write on the other side. It's not possible. You need to give that dedicated time. But as you rightly mentioned, it's just one part of your life. For a, maybe if there are some super achievers like you who can do it in 30 days, but even if it takes 90 days, it's only that 3 months. And it's not that you have to dedicate your 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. every single day for 10 years. It's not that complex. But I think for a small duration of time, if people are able to give in that focus and commitment, it is definitely possible, right?
Yes, yes, yes. We just need to have this book is going to help so many people. So why not
Mm,
that intention? I think that intention has to be very strong inbuilt, and we have to
yeah.
believe in our own self, our own writing, saying that yes, this book is God has asked us to write this book for a reason. So let me
Mm,
just obey that and do it. So that will help us to give a better commitment. And
right.
so the basic of everything is intention, is what I feel.
Well said. Because the purpose has to drive you and make you stay up at 2 a.m. and do it. Otherwise, you would rather do something else. But I am glad that you brought this up. So did you have your self contract and things like that where you mentioned this mission?
Yes, 100%. Because as soon as that self contract is all done, I was reading for that those 30 days regularly. Okay, because whenever we feel, see, it's not like we are not robots. Okay, we have different ups and downs, emotions all the time, and even during those 30 days, yet one day I might feel, oh, should I really have to sit and write today? I'm feeling very sleepy, very tired. Should I like that? So when that voice comes, and when I just read the self contract, I feel, wow, this is great. If at all I complete this book and release it, and how great it will be. And okay,
Yeah.
let me just push me a little forward and
Mm,
complete those two pages today. So when I have that satisfaction, no, I get a better sleep. I can
very
say in
true.
that way as well.
Very true. You're
So
having that vision that how you will feel after you have that book out. That will pull you to. I mean, avoid all these other excuses and go for it. Right? Fantastic. So Aishwarya, I also noticed that in your book you've interviewed many moms as well. So it's not only your experience, but you went ahead and connected with a lot of people, a lot of experts in this field. How was that experience, and why did you feel you wanted to do that?
okay. Jyotsna, throughout this journey, no, I blindly believed your words at whatever that you have given in this ASA courses. Okay. So even for writing emails to my guest, right? So everything you have given a format. So what I felt is like you have your own experiences and you are coming up with the best of best things for ASA people. So I believed in it. So accordingly, I felt okay. So when Jyotsna says the having an interview inside the book will be an add-on, then why not? Can I have it? It was just a simple thought that came into my mind. Then I just went on, and I was actually attending all of your calls, those Tuesday calls, for the first 3 to 4 months. I think initially when I was in this editing, formatting, writing phase, everything. I was, as much as possible, I was attending most of the calls.
Right.
So in every call, I will be getting one clue from you. Okay, like this, we have to proceed, like that, we have to proceed. And others also will be giving so many of ideas, and they will be
Right.
discussing their intentions, their challenges as well. Okay,
Hmm.
so all of this really helped me to be very focused, and also it helped me to give a lot of other ideas as well. So
Hmm.
with that, I started to write emails to my guests, and I was figuring out things what best I can do in that segment. And when I spoke to them, most of them was very willing to explain their story. And I
Okay.
found that when we have a very strong intention towards some project, even universe sends the right people to us. That's how I was able to connect with all
Hmm.
these mothers. Many of them I don't know personally, not even before writing this book. I mean,
Right.
starting this book project. Okay, it all just happened. And
Hmm.
maybe that is what I told. No, they also have the same intention. They also wanted to
Want to
talk
help
about their
others.
story
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
the mothers so that it will be really helpful for them. So
Right.
it was very helpful for me too.
Right. So it's not just the moms you knew, but even the others who you wanted to reach out to through the book. You made sure that they told a yes and to that request, and you were able to interview all of them in the book, right?
Yes.
So did you actually do your cover before interviewing them? I mean, did you show that this is the project, this is how it's going to look like?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
And actually, that triggered them to give the interview, and
Yeah,
that is
that's
what I
actually
can
a
say.
cool trick, no? Because
Yes,
when somebody sees it, wow, the cover looks nice. This lady looks very authentic. So let me, give that interview.
exactly, exactly. Because people and a few mothers whom I don't know, no,
Hmm.
and they believed on this cover, and then my way of approach towards them, and only because of that it happened. So cover
Right.
is base.
Right, right. Nice. See, usually what I see authors do is book itself is such a big project, right? So they dedicate a few months in doing that. But what you did was something very commendable because along with the book, you also launched your coaching business. You launched your personal brand, you did a photo shoot, you did a website, a trailer. So you did not, uh, you know, leave anything out. You wanted to go, fully into this whole project and you did everything that you could. So again, I wanted your inputs on why did you decide to do everything at a time and not one step at a time?
Okay. So, as you told, no, when I wanted to set up my business as well parallelly.
Hmm.
So, though when I was while writing the book, I didn't have that idea at all. But then, in when I mean, while thinking about writing a book, I didn't have that idea. But as soon as I started to have that author funnel, which you asked us to do, right? So
Hmm.
during that funneling process only, I got all these idea. Okay, through a book, I had this is the next step that is possible. The next step that is possible. Okay, then along with the book, why not let me set up all the other things also? Why should I actually need to wait for years to set up the others? When I
Hmm.
write a book, as Jyotsna says, when an author funnel can be easily formed, let me do it everything together so that within a few months' time, I'll be in a good position and
Right.
to deliver my service to the people like the way that I wanted to do it in a very professional sense.
Hmm.
So that was there at back of my mind, and for that ASA author funnel really helped me.
Great.
That is the first time I was like focusing. Oh, is this possible? Like that.
Nice. And the reason why I actually tell people to do everything is also because Aishwarya, you are anyway spending so much of effort in marketing the book, promoting it, and doing all that. So now, after people read your book, they should have the next step so that those who are really committed to change their life can get in touch with you, watch your other videos, and take your coaching, and all of that. So when you put everything as a package, it really, really makes all this effort totally worth it.
Correct, correct, correct. Even I felt that, Jyotsna, because when people read the book, there is a website ready for them to connect with me. There is a lot of free bonuses through which they can connect with me. So
Hmm.
everything was very, very neatly planned and coined as well. So definitely, ASA Author Funnel really helps and works, and it gives a better feeling for us as well.
Hmm.
Okay, everything is in place for me. Now it is my what is that I'm going to do? Take for better action and
Right.
to ensure my business is up and running. It is like
Right.
that.
That's really nice. And one thing that I actually learned from you, Aishwarya, which I have now started teaching inside ASA, is how you do a virtual book launch. So you did a proper event on Zoom. I'm sure if not for the lockdown and the COVID, you must have done it as a real life event also in a place. But you did everything so well in Zoom. So tell me about the whole planning and execution, and how did you feel at the end of that event?
Yes, it was like wonderful feeling, Jyotsna. And as I told, no, and I was getting various inputs from my mentors. Okay, so through you, through Ganesh, and the energy given by Kirish, all that is actually helping me in really well. So it 2 weeks, I don't know, 1 week before the launch, and we created a WhatsApp group, and 2 to 3 months before the launch itself, when I launched the book cover, I had this link form for the Google form, where I have asked people whoever wants to join in this book launch team, and so let them all fill this link. Okay,
Hmm.
so that time I was little more free, so I was able to connect with so many people, and I
Right.
had a cool bunch of people with me ready for this book launch event.
Hmm.
And just 1 week, and after that, no, for the next 3 months, I was like interacting with them through various 2 minutes video, five
Hmm.
minutes video, and all of it, through a Facebook at a community page.
To maintain
At
that
a
connection.
yeah, to maintain that connection. So 1 week
Mm.
before that, we created a WhatsApp group, and then through that, we were giving a lot of inputs, and so that people feel even more connected, because WhatsApp is like little more closer connectivity is what I feel. Well,
Mm.
so we had planned for MC, because I thought, let me do it little more professional, because a
Right.
lot of people are coming for our lunch, so let
Mm.
them they have to feel good,
Mm.
not me talking over and over. So let me have that professional touch as well. So
Yeah.
I had my very good friend Akshay, who was
Mm.
doing that MC job for me, and he was doing it very fabulously. And I think he's like one of the important person who made that event really good
Yeah.
during that day for me. So the other things just happened. So
Yeah.
the planning and the consistency in our planning, that is more
Right.
important. And I don't say there are no challenges at all. There are n number of challenges everywhere. And yes, I have to definitely talk about that as well. Being in a family and having a baby like that, for me it is a family and baby. For some other people, it will be like their
Something else.
professional job,
Yeah.
yeah, something else. So it is not anything is no more a cakewalk.
Hmm.
We have to put that extra effort for sure.
Right. I also loved all the attention to detail that you just went that extra mile, Aishwarya. Like for example, you sent us the the cutout of the book, and we did a ribbon cutting, and all that was really really nice. And all your family members came together, and like there were like 10 people in one house waiting for that launch to happen in different parts of the world. All that really made that occasion very very special, and all the ASA launch team members. So all that was fantastic. Now tell me about the bestseller. How did that happen, and how did that feel?
Actually, soon after the launch, as you have mentioned in ASA, we have cut down the prices, and we were all ready. So, and as soon as I informed all the people that book is now ready to purchase, and yes, I got a good feedback from all of them. So they all immediately, I should thank ASA members especially, because they were right there to purchase the book. So
Hmm.
a community like this really helps, and it gives us confidence. Yes, there are people for us to help, and
Hmm.
it is like when you give help, you receive help as well, right? So
Hmm.
it really matters a lot. Right, when we don't have such a community, we will not be having any confidence as such. So
Right.
it
They are
only
like
our
your
friends and
cheerleaders,
family.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And we will only have our own friends and family, especially being a first time author. We don't have any
Hmm.
other connectivity as well. So it is them who stood by me, and they also helped me to grab this bestseller title. And
Hmm.
for the first 2 days, we were like checking their ranks all the time, and we were like doing all the algorithms for Amazon ourselves. Oh my god, this is not happening, that is not okay, and maybe we have to sell few more books and all of it. But when after 2 days, when we saw that bestseller batch, we were like really happy and thanking God, thanking
Yeah.
all our mentors for that as well.
Very nice, Aishwarya. In fact, right below this video, I'll be giving a link to your book. So I think it's not just for moms, it's for parents, families, and even if your friend is having a baby, instead of buying a diaper and going to visit her, please buy Aishwarya's book and go and give that as a gift. It'll
Gift.
be such a fantastic gift for a new mom. So I'm going to leave the link. So all of you watching this video, do grab a book. Do grab a copy of Date with Fate from Amazon, right? So it's now available as both the Kindle book and as well as the paperback. So I'll leave the links below. So now tell me, Ashwarya, what are the plans for future? Now you've established yourself, you've created your author platform, the website is looking good. So you also have like a content marketing happening regularly. You post videos and all that. What is the next project that you're working on? And could you tell a little bit more about your coaching program as well?
Yeah, sure. So the next immediate step that I'm planning is book marketing, because
Hmm.
marketing and promotions for sure. See, first few days book do sell all by its own, but
Yeah.
then, and if at all we want to take this book to a larger audience, I think
Hmm.
a marketing campaign is really important. So I'm
True.
just working on that. So I feel when my book reaches more people, my coaching business will also reach by its own, because of the ASA funneling process that we have done, and as
Yeah.
a foundation. So now I am trying to do that. And when I was designing the website itself, I also designed a webinar for my
Hmm.
coaching program. So I am working on that as well. And I have two services to give for people. One is like power success coaching for purposeful living, and
Hmm.
the other one is empowerment coaching for super moms, for mothers whose need is to have a powerful family life and a passionate living or professional life for them. Because
Nice.
I believe only when we have the family that is very powerfully ready set up for us, and we can achieve any number of successes in our passionate or professional life that comes
Hmm.
along with it. So many of the mothers, we do either family well or professional life well, and it
Right.
really creates a lot of stress to do both of it together. So
Hmm.
what impressed me is when I was interviewing the other mothers, yes, all I mean, doing these two things together really well is also possible. Well,
True.
because most of us say it's not at all possible. Either you do that or you do this, not
Hmm.
both together. And even men, most of the men have that idea. So I just
Yeah.
wanted, I just wanted to break that. And I think it's a high time that we have to break that, so that mothers do live their dreams and passion along with parenting and motherhood, all of it, without
Yeah.
compromising any of their responsibilities. And with respect to the power success coaching for purposeful living,
Hmm.
and I feel throughout during our challenging times, and the success happens when we take some actions.
Hmm.
Okay, so that is inevitably that will happen. But then, more than the success, what is the learning that we get out of that success during the challenging times? So
Hmm.
that learning we can capture only when we have right perspective and attitude towards life. So
Yeah.
I wanted to have that tweak in my clients and create that power success outcomes for them. So when
Hmm.
they have that right learnings, right, just not the success, beyond success, they can take their life to the next level of happiness,
Yeah.
fulfillment, and more peace as well. So I just wanted to have such a tweak in all my clients' life. So I'm
Hmm.
working towards that. That's why I say purposeful living, because I
Yeah.
found my purpose through my toughest journey, and also when I embarked on the learnings of those journey.
Right. Very well said, Aishwarya. I'm really excited about, how your coaching business is going to flourish. And yeah, I think whatever you put together is like going to be very, very useful, especially for people who think they are struggling alone and they just need that extra one person to, guide them, coach them, support them. You're going to be that one angel for all those people. So thank you so much, Aishwarya, for connecting again. You know what? I used to think when I wrote Job Escape Plan, I just wanted to have a message. At that time, I had no idea about having any funnel. So I thought, okay, people will read my book and some will take action, some will not. But I did not have anything else to offer them. Then I started this publishing company, right? But in your case, after working with you, I see a direct connect between my book and my business now, because you're a person who actually escaped your job and you wrote a book and now you're launching your entrepreneurial venture. So thank you so much for helping me join those dots in my journey, actually.
Thank you so much. I'm glad. I'm glad. Thank you so much.
Great, Aishwarya. Thank you for your time. And I hope all the aspiring authors found tremendous value from listening to our conversation. And all the very best in whatever you're doing, Aishwarya. Stay blessed.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Jyotsna. And you are doing a great job. Please continue to do the same. Please inspire so many other authors so that they also have a fabulous life coming up in their future.
Thank you so much, Aishwarya.
Yeah. Thank you.